Here are the islands from Mount Clasach on the mainland at Dún-Chinn, the final view for many an islander on the long road to America. John Millington Synge, who visited the Blaskets in 1905, described the Great Blasket as an island which seemed to rise like a mountain straight out of the sea. The village on the east side of the island facing the mainland winds its way up towards the brow of the hill, tucked away now in a camouflage of desertion. The most discernible aspects of it are the remains of the Congested District Board's two-storied houses built in 1909. The only cultivated part of the island stretches away from the village to the right, as far as Traigari, facing in Balachcael, and right down to Unthravan. Each of the fields has its own name: Gari Waffer, Gari Unri, Untrasnawn, Gortfada, Islanban, Fochrach an Lihig, Gortanard, Kaunagurt. The bottom of the village, that nearest Chala, was known as Bunanvalle, and the upper part of the village as Baravalle. Robin Flower, the English scholar, described the village. The old houses huddled together on the broken hill's slope over the cliffs, thrown down without system wherever a convenient site offered itself. The steep little tracks run hither and thither between them. Tomás Curhin gives an earlier picture. The chlocha agus the vorsteil cre e vich na teishin dienta, agus gan mór chlachtar a lánacha, mar vich dawlo agus láv gach einginta. The house at the top of the village was that of Tomás Belvire Owen Odin Clay. The house of Marin Scanlawn, Undoyle, where many of the younger people of the island gathered in the evenings for recreation, music, storytelling and song.
Bhíocht tigil in lean tasa go tay sin an dáil thug mistir, he mistir stachan son. Agus man mistin son go dina dógi agus bhíoch mór an daine sean daine balihon. Agus nar gé míocha sean daine bailin san staihe hag mistir har nais. Go dina áitnigus he mistir he mistir kaint. Kaint a cora.
Close by Undoyle was one of the village wells, Tabar and Funcain. Here was a gathering place for the islanders, particularly for the women. Tomás Curhin used this as a vantage point from time to time. Bunime machan Tabar, mar raibh ná na stadaun ní lá go maidine. Bhí bechéidir fihaun agus ní chealaisce ceimad iad. Ach girún lei ag salmarach le na chéile. Coming up from Bunanvalle, Sean Foyle O'Cahain, fisherman, one of 10 children of Morris Vurish O'Cahain. Of the 3 who went to America, one still lives. Another lives in Wales, one other in Dublin, and the remainder in West Kerry. This dispersal is typical of the island families.
No fight that I give her much at the half my hurricanes on the little dog. Then you were cunning in it soon. How about there? Could be I don't take it. That's a fair. I don't talk about genius and you. I left me in a first. If I share the had billion, Debian Stahad, you know, if I say. If you ever lay with a sail. Now then you can turn on the name. We're going to be in the raw and you've never all. There's a touch on the mag force, I guess, because I can't do it. Never get on the way, on the fish honey, Heinekabali Hill, towards the knees. Before the down cast, how America's how assassin. I know what you put it in my head. Bali Hill over Mahas. Nee, het toch een beetje ledig die door met het slaan. Nee.
Somewhat below the house of Foyle is that of Sean Vaik Lane O'Gaheen. Sean Leon is a grandson of Padre O'Cahorn, known as Rion or King. The Kahini came from Inishikalan in tragic circumstances.
Vi har sett ni kilon. Agus vi sé post le dan de winter charna. Agus bachen etun ni kilon. Bachen hennig til ha de kjele. Agus ferre de winter in le. Hoitur ka sauga de bro ha gastru an ni kilon, ni de joget. Agus de lo dadi. Agus nakka gen revo hnet. Punt vi go. Så ni la flera ha winter ha mo wa ha dina so. Agus bi bertnin agus berfak sayla hier ach ni ra maharshe nuor sin sayla hin le ba khaid agus bi de four the son dam dar ba post ge muri chodal agus han der sanir an son agus bagartider inische kiloin de se dar bi ge muri chodal agus han der son agus sayla ge maharshe tes Kupami te dacht ni roninis. Senya mar bichanto. Sona le yedi chesu son. Fo sheni in da patsi ki go di royet. Meri fatsviki. Ich ni mo warche. Agus bi mo idana gonin son. Di kalach ma hayden son. Kan ach dem ni stahad. Ni lo sach ach to. Di en diagno machine to. Agus Shin Ugmo and Tun be she not thrown chair, you don't tell Mahad. I guess you don't turn on Son of Beast and Sungadigo, you might see Mahadi, tree, son of Tog of the Bahim. I guess as an archer with the Lord School. Near Marani Mahad near Oninish.
This house was eventually Ireland holiday home for Robin Flower and his family. It was to the King's house, however, that Robin Flower first came. These are the remains of the King's house. Here also it was that John Millington Synge stayed on his visit to the Blaskets in September 1905. Synge was keenly observant about aspects of Ireland life. He also brought his camera with him and has left a small series of valuable photographs, probably the first taken on the island. This is a picture of Henri taken above the village. A group of islanders outside the King's house. Henri is to the right of the picture, and to his right is his daughter, whom Synge described as his little hostess. Synge's notebook, written in the Blaskets in 1905, described his little hostess as small, beautifully formed woman, with brown hair and eyes that are usually found with this type in Ireland, and delicate feet and ankles that are not common in these parts, where the women's work is so hard. Synge scholars have identified the little hostess as the prototype for Peggy and Mike in the Playboy. Synge wrote a poem on the King's daughter. You've plucked a curlew, drawn a hen, washed the shirts of 7 men. You've stuffed my pillow, stretched the sheet, and filled the pan to wash your feet.